became very interested in the idea of group selection, that it could exist among humans because humans are able to, create groups that punish people who defect from the group, who are not on page with the group. And I originally studied the Spartans, ancient Greece. But then I thought I'd do a bigger project with Jewish groups, and that's how the first book came along. And that was well received, and it's still available on Amazon. Everything else has been censored. But People That Shall Dwell Alone essentially talks about how Jewish groups composed themselves and created barriers between themselves and other groups. How they had, how they regulated dealings within the group and how they regulated dealings outside the group and that sort of thing. So it was very much centered on groups as an evolutionary vehicle. But then I just kept reading, and when you read a lot about Jewish groups, you can't avoid reading about anti-Semitism. And so I started compiling material on that, and that led to the other two books, really. So, it's been a long journey. And when I started, I didn't really have much knowledge of this. I thought an interesting intellectual project that it seemed overwhelming a lot, and in a lot of ways it is. There's so much has been written, but so I evolved. I started this around 1991 or so. First book came out in 1994, then 1998, and the other two. So, and then I knew the last two, especially the last one, would be controversial because it was basically the idea that Jewish Americans had different interests in the construction of America and construction of American culture than non-Jews, and so that then became controversial. It was a long process, a long road, and I certainly had no idea where I was going to end up when I started.